Okay, I'm giving this one more honest go and then I'm done. Like, the problem is I've kind of set myself up for failure at this point now because I've spun so much that... Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's we're going to be taking the all-new Nissan Frontier Pro-4X off-road through my driving course here in Little Moab. Now, I just took the all-new Toyota Tacoma TRD Pro off-road this year, and so we'll compare the Frontier to the Tacoma with this course. This is not going to be a sexy video with a bunch of exterior shots and all that because, well, I don't have time for that, but it'll at least give you guys the knowledge of how capable this truck is. And so with that being said, let's just get into it. Some things I want to mention is there's a lot of goopy mud out here because, well, it's winter time. With the Frontier Pro-4X, we have 9.5 inches of ground clearance. We got skid plate protection underneath. We got tow hooks in case we get stuck. And then we've got these all-terrain tires, which are relatively aggressive, decent amount of sidewall, all that fun stuff. And last but not least, we have hill descent control, and we have our rear locking differential, and we got water in the cup holder because my water bottle exploded, and so now I got to figure out how to get this out. Those of you that are curious about the water in the cup holder, I use the slushy method. Woo! Just kicking up. We're in two-wheel drive. The slushy method is basically where you just put a bunch of snow where you need to get water out of because snow absorbs water. Yeah, crazy. Like, I used more water to get rid of water, but frozen water at that. Anyways, this truck in two-wheel drive gets zero traction on this stuff. I mean, it's not zero traction. We're obviously getting up and moving, but man, it is just spinning like crazy. Now, I do have the stability control off to allow for that because, you know, when you just have a vehicle just constantly cut power while you're off-road, that is no fun. Now, this first section is obviously to show you guys kind of like the higher speed off-roading. Now, obviously, the Frontier Pro-4X was not developed to be, you know, an insane Baja rig. But with that being said, it can handle high-speed off-roading quite well. It actually handles pretty well for a pickup truck. The steering is pretty communicative. Like, I can tell what's happening with the front end. And overall grip is pretty solid. Go through that little mud pit a little bit. And it just, yeah, like I said, it handles well. Ooh, lost it a little bit there. It's, like I said, it's pretty controllable overall. And these Bilstein shocks do a pretty good job. Now, something to mention about Bilsteins is they, you know, don't, on like small like bumps and everything, they don't compress as much as Fox shocks. I've just noticed that being, you know, the owner of vehicles with Bilstein and with Fox shocks. And so what that ultimately leads to is you have a situation where, should we go? We'll go down that later. You have a situation where it feels a little bit rougher with the ride. And that's the one thing I will compare this to with the Tacoma TRD Pro is this at higher speeds is a little bit rougher compared to the Tacoma. I feel like it has pretty much as good absorption over the bigger stuff. It's just the smaller stuff where this feels like it kind of, yeah, it just rides a little bit rougher, but it's pretty good at high speeds. Okay, so here's our quick off-road intermission, I guess is what we will call it. So this is the flex rock that I used for some of the thumbnails. You guys can see you got the tire there off of the ground, and the other tire is super tucked, obviously. I mean, look at that, tons of tuck. Now, I did have to have it in four-wheel low and with the rear differential locked to get up to this position. But something that I do want to note is the truck let me like still keep going. I stopped where I stopped because I could feel the truck tipping to the side. I don't have a spotter. If I had a spotter, I would continue to go up higher, but well, I really like getting trucks from Nissan and I don't want to roll their brand new Pro-4X. So we're not going to do that, but still, I mean, it's pretty impressive that it was able to like get up here, and the articulation with this truck, I mean, again, it's not like a long travel Baja truck like a Raptor or anything. It's pretty solid though. So we're now off of that rock flex, and I've got the diff lock off for now. I don't know what that, I don't even know what I'm saying. But I'm showing going up to this next obstacle to kind of show a little bit of driving through the snow. The Frontier actually gets pretty good grip. I can just be like slow and consistent with the throttle, and I don't have to worry about getting bogged down. Sometimes, you know, in some vehicles, they really struggle with snow and ice just because their tires and everything, and so you've got to kind of momentum through some stuff. But it seems like this is doing a pretty rock solid job. See the pun there? Okay, now this is where I might struggle a bit. Is this even the right one? Yeah, it is. There's the tree. I was like, this feels way more aggressive and crazy than I remember Maybe it's just because there's snow everywhere. Okay. All we see is sky, guys. Oh boy. I think I picked my line well. Just gotta keep going. Woo! Yeah, it's always fun being that vertical. We're struggling at the end. That's so funny. It's like we get up the whole rock obstacle. It's supposed to be the hardest part. And then once we hit the mud at the top, that's where we start to struggle a little bit. That's pretty impressive though, honestly. Pretty dang impressive. That was, no, the rear end wasn't locked, that was just four-wheel low. I love this engine. I really do love this engine, way more than the Tacomas. This is where I'll make another Tacoma comparison. The Tacoma's 3.5 liter V6 is just not nearly as torquey as this. And even in four-wheel low, it just doesn't feel as good as this. So I'd have to say, I definitely prefer this engine off-roading. This reminds me a lot more of like Toyota's 4-liter V6. It's like in the 4Runner. I own a 4Runner TRD Pro, so I know. This just has that same like strong torquey feel. So yeah, this definitely has a much better powertrain compared to the Tacoma. We're actually gonna pop it in manual mode because I am sliding. Woo! Okay. Pointing the steering wheel one way, truck is going another way. That's not going to that tree. Okay, you know what? We are going to continue to meander over here because that is too mucky for us apparently, and I do not... Wow, this is gonna, I guess this is turning into an interesting video because the truck is wanting to slide right off this ledge on into these trees. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. Let's see if we can just meander through here. Oh, please, camera. I don't even need it. It's just comfort at this point. Okay, we made it through. That was, I know that didn't look like, again, I know that probably didn't look like that much on camera and didn't look that sketchy. Let's put it back into automatic. But like, I was like sliding into the tree. Ooh, okay. So these tires are okay with snow. They do not like mud. That, yeah, confirms I'm still sliding the side. So snow is okay, mud is not for the new Frontier. Ooh. Well, we're in an interesting situation. The diff lock light is blinking at me. So I'm not sure if the diff, let me reverse a little bit, maybe that'll help with locking the diff fully. There we go. Okay, looks like the diff is now officially locked. Thought it was locked, but then it wasn't. Dip into the side. This is probably gonna be the most difficult obstacle, and well, I don't think I'm gonna get stuck, but I could. There is definitely potential for that with the snow and the rocks and everything. Just gonna take this really slow because I don't want to slam this Frontier into that rock there on the side. Yep, I can already feel the truck slipping. Okay. Ooh. Let's just do consistent throttle. Oh, there we go. That's not what I wanted. Okay, so I've got my foot on the brake here. We're gonna try. Nope, it is not getting down. It is not getting anywhere there. So we're just gonna come down a little bit. Oh, now I'm sliding to the side. I might officially be stuck. I'm gonna check outside and I'll get back to you guys in a second. So here's the problem here. I can't really back up at this point because, well, you can see the bumper is, yeah, in the ground. It's not literally, it's just in the snow. I mean, this stuff is not super deep, but it's got some level of depth to it. And parking up this is always fun. With the front, you can see it's just super slick. So I guess the good news is I'm at a good angle in terms of where the truck's pointed. So if I can somehow get traction without sliding into that rock there on the side, then I should be good, but the problem is going to be getting traction. The bumper's kind of in the snow. I'm gonna back up a little bit though, because I know it's not ground, I know it's snow. Because I'm gonna see if that, I'm gonna do a little bit more. Puts me in a slightly better place. Okay, we're just gonna 2-pedal drive up this now. Oh man, it's not getting traction. Yeah, nothing. fudge. The good thing is I'm not sliding to the side that, oh, that was a little bit to the side that I don't want to be on, but not too bad, honestly. Frontier. It's actually not the truck, it's probably these tires. Okay. Let's let it work it out. Man, it can't get over that hump. The system's just bogging down like crazy. Okay. Let's see. Oh, there we go. It was, and then it got stuck again. Okay. Let's see if we just take it all the way through this time. No, it's not doing it at all. This traction control system's freaking out like crazy. It is, let's see. Yeah, no, it doesn't want to, I mean, I can even turn the wheels a little bit. Ooh. Yeah, no, it doesn't want to go at all. Yeah. Let's try getting down a little bit lower on this obstacle here. Parking sensors are so freaking out. Okay. So I'm going to try to use a little bit more momentum coming up here. No, it just falls back. Come on, Frontier. Oh! Okay. We are like... That was bad. That was... Oh, well, not bad. Almost bad. The truck almost slid right into the rock that I didn't want it to slide into. Let me see where my position is. Oh, I'm trying, guys. These tires, though, they just can't. Yeah, it's just the tires, man. Okay, I'm giving this one more honest go, and then I'm done. Like, the problem is I've kind of set myself up for failure at this point now because I've spun so much that I have basically just made ice underneath me. So I just don't know if it's going to be possible at this point. Yeah, see, the problem is it starts to grip a little bit, but it's also heading right into the rock next to me. So yeah, it's not gonna happen. Well, I guess I gotta do the reverse of shame and get out of this now. Okay, well, this gets us into summing things up for this video. And well, if you want the short answer, I think just get different tires for your Nissan Frontier if you are going to be doing, you know, some, you know, off-roading like this, because this truck frankly is really good. Like, I like the platform, I like the chassis, I love the engine, and the traction control system does a really good job. This is just limited by tires, and the thing that's funny is the new Pathfinder Rock Creek edition has more aggressive tires than this. It's yeah, it's an interesting situation. So overall, I think this is a rock solid off-roader, and compared to the Tacoma TRD Pro, well, I like it in most aspects. Ooh, let's see how this does over this rock. Whoop! I like it more compared to the Tacoma TRD Pro with most aspects. I like the shocks in the TRD Pro a little bit more than this. I do like those tires a little bit more too, but I will say the tires in the Tacoma TRD Pro also would probably get stuck in this type of situation too. So yeah, I think both the trucks, they just need, like, it's weird, like the 4Runner TRD Pro has more, I feel like it has more aggressive tires than the Tacoma. So interesting situation. But overall, I feel like this is a really good off-road truck. And if it were my money, personally, just because of availability and because of this transmission and engine combo and everything, I would get one of these over a TRD Pro right now with the current generation TRD Pro. And then I would just do more aggressive tires. I might even lift it, heck, because I mean, 9.5 inches of ground clearance is good, but it's not, you know, the best you could have for an off-roader, and that's, you know, competitive with TRD Pro. But I mean, I would do like probably a 2-inch lift on this, and then, you know, just slightly bigger tires maybe. Definitely more aggressive tires, that's for sure. But, you know, maybe slightly bigger tires just so I can handle this stuff better. Let me know what you guys think about the Frontier Pro-4X, and I'm sure I'm gonna get roasted in the comment section below for my driving up that little obstacle that I couldn't get up. People are gonna be like, Ben, it was all driver error. And you know what? Fair enough, but I feel like if a vehicle has good enough tires and everything, even with, you know, quote unquote driver error, you can still get up a lot of obstacles. Like if I had my, I know this is completely out of the segment, twice as much in terms of price, but if I had my Raptor in that same situation, I would have just crawled right up that, no problem. And not because it has 37s, but because the tire tread just, it's a little bit better for that type of stuff. But that's all. Okay, well, bonus clip here. This is relatively flat and snowy, and we're in 2-wheel drive. Oh, it just bogged down. What the heck? Oh, I guess I still have the traction control on. Let's try this again. Oh no, it's off. There we go. We're gonna get some donut action going, Nissan Frontier. Oh my gosh, this truck. Okay, let's try to go over here. Let's get a little bit of momentum and then kind of spin into it. Woo! You don't need to spend $90,000 on a Raptor to have fun in a pickup truck in the winter with some snow. Oh man, this thing is a riot actually. Again, you gotta remember, this thing stickers as spec'd, fully loaded for 46. Ooh, that's a dip. That's a dip that someone created. We definitely don't want to be doing donuts in that dip. Again, it's fully loaded, $46,000, okay? Everyone thinks that you need to go and spend $70,000, $80,000, $90,000 on an off-road rig, but you can still, look at that drift. Woo! This thing's fun. So that's our bonus clip, but seriously, such a great truck. Under $50,000, if that's your budget, just at least check one of these out, seriously.